there, YouTube? I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter project every single time and give my honest thoughts on how that Kickstarter is being ran. So if you enjoy that kind of content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. So I'm trying to reach 9,000 subscribers, celebrate my 9-year anniversary of making YouTube content. Also, consider supporting the Patreon, as currently I'm a stay-at-home dad. But right now, I'm very excited to be checking out Cloudscape, an action-adventure farm life survival game for PC and console with a Switch physical cart, ... Now, I will say, I really love the fact that they mention that right here in the description. They used so take a look at what's next to them, and I'm like, okay, what system is this coming out for? I have no clue. What system is this coming out for? I have no clue. So that is just annoys the living crap out of me. I like the fact they put it here. One thing I will say is I almost missed all these little logos right here. They kind of blend into the backdrop just a little bit because you have a very colorful backdrop right here. I might make that a bit more pronounced or perhaps put a background around it, because you got to realize, I imagine when they decided to make them that size, they were thinking about this image right here, where it's much easier to see, but most people aren't going to see that image. Most time, the first time they see it is actually going to be right here, and it's kind of hard to see. Over 50,000 funded in one day, no one cares. Who cares? Why do we care? We don't care. So just put something useful there. So I do love seeing the artwork here. Another farm life survival games. These are all the rage right now. So let's see, with the fifth switch, regrow not just your farm, but the world. Okay, so that's a really interesting tidbit right there. And honestly, I kind of wish that was a little bit higher up. Because that intrigues me. What are they talking about? Hopefully they'll answer in the video. But as always, when I go into these videos, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Those are the three things you need to convince a Kickstarter backer. Let's see if you can do it right now. Okay, I get it. First 30 seconds, they're really trying to hammer home the can you do it aspect of it. I also think they're subliminally trying to do the do I want it aspect by pretty much saying, hey, you like Stardew Valley? Guess what? This is a lot like Stardew Valley, which I understand why they do it, but it's just, I'm almost getting sick of this. I feel like Stardew Valley has spun off so many of these different style games that the market's just getting oversaturated. There's probably 10 to 20 games just like this out right now, but there's still a market. This is already funded over $100,000. But I'm very curious to see how the next minute and 20 goes, because right now I want to start seeing what's different, what's unique, what's special about your game. Because right now it just looks like a copy-paste of Stardew Valley almost. Oh, big guy. That's different. Oh, I'm dead. Okay. I'm in the afterlife. Okay, you made me wait 1 minute and 27 seconds to get to the big twist. I don't know if that's necessarily the best case. You know, because I've seen other games of this ilk on Kickstarter do substantially better, and I think their videos were better than this one. I get it. You are hammering home the can you do it. You're like, yes, this game already exists. It's already a great game. We're just hammering out bugs. We're trying to make it as good as we possibly can for you. But I feel like you need to get... I feel like you needed to interweave a little bit more of the really juicy, interesting information than just gameplay. I think that's the play that I would have done there. You know, start really mentioning, maybe even with a narrator, or maybe even just text if you want to go, if you want to be lazy. Just some of the really interesting aspects going on in this game. You have to rock, paper, scissors. So it's like Call of Duty. Okay. What happens if I don't? So this is heaven. So if I know when I go to heaven? Okay, now I'm intrigued. I was in heaven, wasn't I? That was heaven. What the hell's going on? I'm very intrigued by this game, though, I will say. But, to be quite frank, I was very intrigued by the last 20 to 30 seconds. The first minute 20, I was like, yeah. Oh, it's another Stardew Valley clone. And I think you're going to turn off a lot of people. Now, that being said, there are going to be people who just said, I've played Stardew Valley inside and outside. I love this genre of game. I'm always looking for a relaxing farm simulator. I might not get to this game for years and years and years, but I'm still going to throw money at it if it's decently priced, which I think is probably what you're getting here. But let me know in the comments below. If you are a big fan of Stardew Valley, and if you play more games of that ilk, or if Stardew Valley just wets your whistle. So 2,220 backers, it's still a great number. I do like the fact we're talking about stretch goals first, because I always say, once you hit your funding goal, it's not about getting funded anymore. You change your priorities to making the game as good as you possibly can. And that goes for board games, video games, anything, just your product in general. Because at that point, you're going to start getting your backers more engaged with the product because they're like, oh, wow, it's going to happen, but now it's just like, ooh, how good can we make it? So help me hit further funding goals to unlock. So, as always, do I want it? Yeah, I'm intrigued. I feel like the video did a good enough job. I wish they would have gotten around to it a little bit earlier. Can you do it? You're really selling me there because I'm seeing what looks like in-game footage, but still, we always go check over here. I see first created 38 back. Konitama is a one-man studio that wants to bring the ideas to life for everyone to enjoy. Games unite people and help spark creativity. And then we do have, okay, so we have 2 collaborators on here. Awesome, so we should have some good customer service. Let's go check out the website. Because I always say, just because it's first created doesn't mean it's necessarily a death knell. It just means that you need to do better in other spots. So like this website, hopefully it's a really solid website, not one of those ones that just straight up links me back to the Kickstarter. But at least I can go to your Twitter, I can go to your Discord. Okay, it's not nearly as bad as some of the other ones I've seen that literally are just an image where you go back to the Kickstarter. This one you can get to other forms of social media to check them out, and that's great. I don't have a problem with it. It doesn't wow me or amaze me, but you know, could be worse. So can you do it? Still a smidge bit skeptical. All right, so the 50,000 minimum goal reached. Generally, people just put game funded, but hey, whatever. Museum added. Oh wow! So I love the fact that you have this here, and I can clearly see that you've looked at some other Kickstarters. You have this very appealing rectangular box area, but don't do it like this. Put pictures. Put a little bit of text. Like spice this up. It's like, look at this. Look how. Let's reload this. Like, part of what I really enjoy about this game is just the art style, and it just pops. It just, boom, it just kind of blows out of the screen. I feel like they have a fantastic artist on the game. I guess it's a one-man crew, but whatever. Or a one-lady crew, I don't know. But so show me what the museum is going to look like. Show me why I want the museum. What is the museum for? What's it going to do? A farming expansion? That sounds exciting. What is the farming expansion? What am I getting? So all the while you're showing me all this stuff. I would also like to see a price, by the way. I would already have liked to see a price because I imagine the price is probably going to be pretty reasonable. Anywhere in the $15 to $30 range, I'm not batting an eye at this game right now. So if it's in that range, or even if it's not, I would have already mentioned it potentially on your main image here. Like, get over this over 50,000 crap. Nobody wants that. Put $17. Bam, if that's what the price is. I just think that's an easier, cleaner way to do it. And I will say, I go and I check out Kickstarter projects after I do Kickstarter critiques, and quite routinely, that is one of the main things that they change from after they've seen the video. Sometimes they don't acknowledge the video, but hey, whatevs. I know. So the ranching expansion, once again, what's that mean? Does that mean animals? There's more animals? I'm excited. That sounds cool, but you haven't given me enough information. Cooking expansion, bonus inspects plus fish at festivals, plus special events, interior/exterior decor. This is all great. Maybe spotlight a little bit more of what that does. Now, I'm going to guess they probably do that in the updates, but not everybody reads the update. In fact, I did a poll on it pretty recently, and it was like, I think about 50-50 or something like that. You can go check in my community section if you're more interested, of how many people actually read updates. So, overview, various gameplay in Cloudscape. We got, I do love how you are making it front and center. This is for the Switch, this is for the PlayStation, this is for the Xbox, this is for Steam. That's great, and I feel like a lot of companies don't do that. It's just so dumb. Why not? Cloudscape is an open-world adventure survival game coming to PC and all major consoles. Explore a mix of handcrafted and procedurally generated areas. And yeah, ooh, procedurally generated areas. Okay, like dungeons and whatnot. Fully customize your own private island. Oh, so we got the Animal Crossing with the Stardew, with the Zelda, Gamble for Your Life in the Spirit World, and so much more. Gamble for Your Life. You're talking about rock, paper, scissors. Anywho, I just want a damn price already. Inspired by some of my favorite games such as Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, and more, Cloudscape combines all the great aspects of these games I enjoyed so much to bring everyone together in one exciting game. And then this, I think, is a very smart play right here. You know, I feel like Switch, like if you can just have like what looks like a Switch box, like I think that would be the smartest thing, because people love the Switch. Kids, everybody loves the Switch. The Switch is just so freaking awesome. For collectors and physical gamers, fans, scroll down. We're excited to offer a physical Switch into this game, which includes Kickstarter exclusive bonuses. Here's the other thing: is that what how the box is going to be? Is it not going to be a plastic box? I'm very interested to know that. All right, the story. We're talking about the story. I don't care about the story. Gameplay. What makes the Cloudscape unique? Unique playthroughs. Your starting island will be randomly generated using a combination of procedural and handcrafted presets. So much experience will be uniquely your own. That's kind of cool. You're not restoring a farm, you're restoring the world. So what does that mean? Cloudscape focuses more on survival and exploration. Your goal is to expand your reach to multiple islands throughout the world and help bring them together. Throughout your journey, you'll not only greatly improve your own island, but also improve the lives of the villagers on other islands. Interesting. Say goodbye to 2 a.m. bedtime. Sleep whenever and wherever you want. Cloudscape uses a created system of buffs and debuffs to better challenge the player when it comes to conserving and replenishing energy. Say goodbye to 2 a.m. bedtime. Oh, so it's actually going to be a little bit harsher? Death is waiting for you. In other games, you might simply pass out to wake up unharmed. In Cloudscape, your spirit will be sent to Limbo, a wild and extraordinary realm where you have to game with death itself in order to escape back to the land of the living. Okay, that sounds cool. Don't go alone. Have a pet tag along to your friendly utility, lending a hand in combat, or just keeping your company. So this is all great. I guess, did they showcase this? I'm sure they probably showcased the pet. Okay. So here's what I'm saying. If you actually did showcase more of this in the video, why not just mention exactly what you are showcasing? If you played any of the games I mentioned, an aspiration you'll be familiar with is just give us the damn price. That's all we really want here. Like, it's just price me. All the story's great. I want the story, and Jesus, it's going to go really, really long. But just don't beat around the bush with the price. And I know you can get it over here, but don't make me get it over there. Seamlessly intertwine it into your story. I always say that. Skills, and they do plenty in the world of Cloudscape. All of the usual activities are preset, including woodcutting, mining. This is great. If I really want to get into the weeds about your game, I would be smitten right here. Just cool. Just price me. Price me one time. Great. More stuff. Tell me about the stuff. There's the stuff. Reward tiers. Hey, here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I will say, I do like the fact that, oh man, this is going to be a giant cluttered mess over here, isn't it? All right. So, backer updates. So this is the dollar level. Supporter get access to Kickstarter updates and show support for Cloudscape. Okay. Postcard. Nobody wants this. 33 people want this? What the hell? Get a set of postcards and use the add-on feature to add whatever you'd like. Oh! Oh. Okay. Interesting. Normally I'd say nobody'd want this, but this is quite different. I can get the postcards, and then I can just add on whatever I want in the end, which would most likely be the game. I don't typically see Kickstarters do it this way when they have this ungodly cluttered space over here. I still don't think I like the ungodly cluttered space over here, but I think the way they're doing it is the best way to do an ungodly cluttered space. So I think that's a compliment. All right, $20 digital copy. This is what I'm guessing is going to be the most popular, and we have 1,009 backers. So no, because we had 2,000 something backers, so that's great. Digital Art Edition. Get one digital copy of the game on the platform of your choice. Also receive a full digital soundtrack and high-res digital artwork. So 57 people there. So here's... I like this, but I don't know. I just... So $20. So that's really, at the end of the day, what I would highly recommend putting on that main image. $20. Don't beat around the bush. $20 gets to the game. Simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then from that point, then they can add more stuff if they wanted. So the Digital Art Edition got 30. Early access. Get everything for the Digital Art Edition. So this is early access to the game. Okay, 279 backers. That makes sense. A lot of people want it early. And it's not a bad value. You know, $15, you get in there early. That's kind of cool. I don't have an issue with that. I imagine that back in my earlier days when I was just massively into video games before I got into board games, I absolutely would have done that. I remember spending some ungodly amounts of money for like exclusives and stuff like that, for like Lord of the Rings Online, where it's like you could be a premium member forever for like $300, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta do that, and it was just, yeah. Okay, so I get that. I don't think that's bad. Goodies pack. Get everything from the early access pack plus some cute bonus physical goods on top of our digital rewards. You'll receive a sticker sheet, a set of 2 keychains, a poster, and a set of postcards. A poster. What is the size of that poster? Because here's the thing. Shipping a poster then starts to add shipping, because that's the first word in the sentence. So hopefully you cover shipping a little bit later. So we got 55 people interested in a sticker, and I could see myself getting that one if I was really interested in this game when I was younger as well. So I think that's a great pledge level. $60. All previous tiers plus a shiny physical copy of the game, either DRM free or for Nintendo Switch. The physical edition will come with a foil card bonus exclusive for backers through Kickstarter. So wowzers. That one I do imagine is probably going to be the most popular one. And 341. No. Okay, well I guess that tells me that 341 people probably have the Switch. Well, I would assume they're not just going to get a PC physical copy. Anywho, interesting. I'm really learning a good deal about the buying habits. As much as I don't like this area over here, I think it's a fascinating thing to look at and really see what the average consumer is buying. So I'm actually kind of glad they did it this way, even though I think it would be much cleaner for $1 gets you access to the Pledge Manager. Here's all the add-ons that you could potentially add. And this is where you just, instead of having this ungodly amount of text, you just have a nice long scrolling picture of what all the different add-ons are. Postcards, CD, physical Switch version, yada, 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 yada. But really, at the end of the day, you have a $1 version for access to Pledge Manager. You have a $20 version if you just want a digital version of the game. You got the $60 version if you want the physical Switch version of the game. And you wash your hands of it. Unless, of course, you have some whales, which I'm going to guess you have some whales here. Because I do think that with this particular project, you have a lot of potential for whales, because there's just so many different things that you could add into this game. So you could say, all right, you can help us create a monster, you can help us create a bird, you could help us name a bird, you could help us name a city, you could name a city after you, we could do we could put your picture into the game as an NPC. All those sort of things are very live right now, and I hope they took the opportunity to do that, because that could really make the difference between a $100,000 game and a $1 million game, is just you having a bunch of $500 pledge levels that allow people to put their face into an NPC in the game. Hopefully it did that. Physical copy plus. Get everything in the physical copy tier, and also get the physical OST. What is OST? I don't know what OST. And a set of exclusive Como enamel pens. Once again, I don't know what these look like, so I'm not very excited. 44 people were, though. Physical Collector's Edition. Get everything in the physical copy plus tier, with your physical copy being upgraded. Do they have pictures of all this stuff? Oh no, just text. Oh, make it stop. Oh, and tell me. No, they didn't do it. They didn't do it. Tell me they didn't just copy paste from here to there, because that's just like the cardinal sin of redundancy. So let's see. 120. Let's go to 120 and see if they just copy pasted. Previous rewards plus physical copy upgraded. Upgrade your physical copy. Wait. Upgrade your physical copy to the collection edition. CE includes a certificate, acrylic stand E, and physical softcover book. It also includes a special... I hate this. Just pictures. Pictures would be so good. Pictures of... Oh, like, wow, here's a picture. Cool. Deluxe... So I'm very frustrated. You clearly know how to draw. If you're really a one-person show here, I would have highly recommended making physical pictures here, just making this a much more appealing shopping area. And I think that could be something that would massively just turn people onto this, and potentially have them even buying more if it was just like a huge shopping area where it's like, here's the 3 levels, $1, $20, $60, here's all the add-ons, here's their cost, postcards, keychain, enamel pins, blah, 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 for deluxe edition. I think that is a big misstep here, just having all this text and making this so clunky. And I think it might turn some people off, who might be willing to spend more money, but they say, you know what, I don't want to go through all this. I'm just going to drop the 20 on it because it does look like a cool game. All right, so the physical collector's edition plus. Is there a digital collector's edition plush? Can I get a digital plush? Get everything in the physical collector's edition tier. Plus, you'll receive a soft Kumo plush, an exclusive cute. I don't know what Kumo is. I'm assuming that's the little blobby guy. I don't know, the monster. I don't know, because there's not pictures. $200 early bird deluxe spirit edition. It's early bird. It's gone, and it is all gone. Okay, so get rid of this. Just period. Bye bye. Well, we don't need to see it. $250 deluxe physical collector spirit edition. So this is the $50 savings. So what does this come with? The ultimate definitive edition. The collector's edition comes in a limited edition box set with prior awards and a bonus collector's goodie. So we're going to give you a whole bunch of the crap. The keychains, the posters, the knickknacks, the paddywhacks, the give it dogs, and what the hell, nobody cares. All that good stuff. Plus, you'll get a previous rewards, including early access, special Discord. What are we actually getting? Spirits will randomly populate. Wait, so what are we getting, though? You will have the option to choose your spirit's face, hairstyle, body shape, name, and a brief message. Oh, so here we go. Yes. So they're allowing me into the game, into the afterlife. Oh, so you're going to be a random floating ghost NPC that people can go talk to that's not going to impact gameplay in any way, shape, or form? Well, here's a crazy idea for you then. Make sure this, I hope this is not limited. I hope they haven't limited it. They have not. I think that's a very smart choice for them. Oh, if you want to get in the game. So here's what I would do. I would do 1, 20, 60, 250. Boom. End of the day. You want to be in the game. You want a deluxe version, everything, of all this stuff. I think that is the cleanest way to do it. But then you would still have whales, more whales. Give me the whales. And I'm glad they did this. But I think they could have advertised it, I think, much better, much cleaner, much prettier, much more exciting. Or, here's the deal. Here's what I think might work. What if you just went through all the add-ons, but it was still just you scrolling down, but as you slowly went down, it was just like they each got hotter and hotter and sexier. You're just like, oh my gosh, what's next? How much more involved are they going to let me get with the game? And I've seen many Kickstarters where they do that. Go check out Onyx and the Fortuitous. He did a movie one, and that was what it was. It was like 40 stretch, maybe not 40. It was like 20 different pledge levels, and as you slowly went down, it was just like you got more and more behind the scenes of the movie, and it was just fun. It was a fun journey to go on, and you could give people that fun journey, I think. But the way you have it set up, it feels just more like paperwork. It feels more like something I have to do as opposed to something I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to keep scrolling and see is there something after Design a Monster? What could be bigger than Design a Monster? I'm excited. Let's go. All right, Design a Monster. Limit 20. Now this one, I understand, this seems like a lot more work than this one does. But that's still a spectacular idea. Hats off to them. You get all the previous rewards, physical and digital, and you will also help collaborate with me to design a monster for the game. Help choose its appearance, name, fighting ability, and more. I will work with you to help create a monster that will fit into the game. Plus, you will get your name in the credits as a collaborator for the monster. And I'm going to guess that if this continues to be popular, this is going to be completely sold out. Only one person. One person. That's very surprising. It also says limit 20. Oh, do they have an early bird? I bet they had an early bird design a monster. Maybe that's why. That's odd. It says limit 20. That says limit 15. Either fix it or, yeah, go fix it. Design a house interior theme. What is this? You get all the previous rewards, excluding design a monster. Makes sense. Plus, you get to help redesign a full set of furniture. This includes table, chairs, bookcase, wallpaper, floors, sofa, rug, and more. You will help decide what the furniture theme will be, and I will work with you to create it. Want a gothic look? Want a rustic bedroom? I'll work with you to make it happen. Now, I have never been one in games to really try and decorate too much. Like, I'll be meticulous with my plants, but when it comes to inside my house, I really don't give a damn. So I'm very interested to see how popular this is, especially since only one of those has been taken. I don't foresee this being very popular. Okay, so honestly, I'd rather design a monster. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. So $12.50, design a villager. Here we go. And this is what I'm glad they did. I'm glad they spotlighted this. But once again, how long did it take me to get here? I think that's a misstep. You get all the previous rewards, and you will also help collaborate with me to design a villager in the game. Very cool. You will choose how the character looks, their hobbies, behaviors, names, likes, and dislikes. Awesome. I can see that one being popular, and nope, nobody there. 2000, design a main character. Holy guacamole. 3 of those. Oh, here it is. These are the physical. Oh my gosh. Why did you make me scroll through so much text? I don't like it. Why can't you just combine this with that? Okay, so this is much more appealing. And in fact, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This looks much more like a Switch game than the first one, which looked kind of like a weird plastic box, which is not what I think people want. I think people want this. Also, that poster. I need to know about the shipping of that poster, because that's a pretty decent-sized poster you got going on there. But this is what I like to see. This needs to be interweaved up in here, up in here. Rest in peace, D. Physical soundtrack, acrylic standee. That's cool. That's hot. Product images shown or mock-ups. That's fine. I get that. I'm glad you put that. The physical edition also features a collector foil card. Cool. Neato, Speedo, Speedy Libido. What is all this stuff? Also features... Oh, so now you're getting... Wait. So these are the physical rewards. Collector's edition. So this is what you're getting if you're getting the collector's edition. Once again, this could have been done so much better in just a sexy little rectangle where I'm scrolling down through here, I think. Deluxe collector's edition. Oh, it comes with a bag. That's really nice. Holy moly. Your spirit in limbo, which means you get to be in the game, right? But now we go back to this box. Oh, is this a deluxe? Oh, so this is going to have the Switch game in it, but it's also going to have other stuff. I imagine this is actually a larger box that's going to fit everything, potentially. And if that's the case, let me know that, because the sense of scale... I have no sense of scale here. You're not giving me any real sense of scale of what's going on here. The team. Cool. So, because once again, there's so much to take in there. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Do I want it? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Can you do it? Still not convinced. How much is it? I feel like the price is very reasonable. $20 for a game that you can download on the Switch, the PC, your PlayStation, your Xbox. I think that's a good price. So far, I've developed Cloudscape by myself, from the art design, sound, and programming. Game development has always been my passion. I've spent the last 20 years teaching myself everything I could to help me understand better game development. My name is Chris Cronin, and up until early 2020, I was working in the animated industry as a digital animator artist. I spent over 5 years working at Nickelodeon Animation Studios on a wide variety of shows such as SpongeBob SquarePants. So this is really good. From there, I transitioned over to DreamWorks Animation Television for another 5+ years, where I continued working on a variety of shows for streaming platforms. This, you need to get rid of all that crap that was up here in your description, and you need to put this. This is what I want to read. This is what I want. I want to feel comfortable knowing that you are not just some Joe Smo. You've been working on some very big projects, which means you've probably made some very big money, and this has been a passion project that you've had. And I could see that. You would have enough money to really just hammer, to take time off and really work on this hard. While at Nickelodeon, I also spent some time working on game apps as a solo app developer, worked on prototyping games as well as bringing a game from concept to final product. With over a decade of experience in the animation industry, it has served me to help it. This is all much better than what you have. Check me out on LinkedIn. Checked out my IMDb credits. This needs to be in your description. This is, yeah, if I click on this, I'm like, whoa, you're on Voltron, Penguins of Madagascar? I love that movie with the Cheeto scene. My kids, that is one of the movie scenes that will stick with me for the rest of my life. There's a scene where there's like deep breathing or something, and he's just eating these big Cheetos like... And my kids, I swear my kids nearly peed their pants laughing at that movie scene. I click on this and I'm sold. I click on this and I don't know much about LinkedIn. Yeah. I click on this. Oh, 5 years at Nickelodeon, 5 years at DreamWorks. Yeah, duh. Can you do it? Yes. So I would put that first and foremost. And that's good news for you, because I'm glad I found this. I'm glad I stumbled onto this. It took forever, though. As much as I like to develop the game solely by myself, I recognize that my music abilities could not do the game justice. For that, I'm working with the extremely talented Samantha Vandersluss, who will be working not all the music from the game. So what has she done? Oh, so you're actually giving me a taste of the music, but I would like to know what she's done as well. Even if it's not nearly as impressive as what you've done, it's still nice, but this is good. I'm not going to click on it because I don't want to get in trouble. Why Kickstarter? For over a year, I've worked full-time in the game, and I've used my own funding, and that's what I talked about to sustain myself. That's what I thought, because, you know, if you've worked at those places, you clearly have probably been able to save away some money if you're not incompetent with your money. Now is your chance to make that happen. Follow us, yada, 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 risks and challenges. Nobody cares. Okay. Oh, ooh, I like that. I want to check out that one. That's great. Free demo. Okay. Don't get distracted. I love when I see really top-notch main images. And this one has the potential to be a really top-notch main image. I just think with a couple tweaks here and there. So let's check out the FAQ, the updates, and the comments. But do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes, I now believe so. I've seen your pedigree. I've seen some of the things you've worked on. I say, okay, I'm willing to take the leap on that one. How much is it? I think it's a very solid price. $20, $40 for the Switch game, which is still lower than an MSRP. Plus, you got a chance of $250 to be in the game. I think those are cool whales here. And honestly, I'm really loving the cut of your jig. Now, let's check out the FAQ, the updates, the comments. So, will this have multiplayer or co-op supported? That's another thing. You have not talked at all, I believe, about the player count, which I think is a misstep. We'd love to add multiplayer to the game, but at the time, the game is scoped for single player only. If we can raise enough funds, it could be possible to add multiplayer, however. Well, then give us that exact number, because that is what I like to call a banger of a stretch goal. And you might have bangers of stretch goals, but I don't know, because you haven't told me a damn thing about your stretch goals in your main story, which is naughty. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Can I have a different platform in my digital game if I pledge for the physical version? Why, yes, of course. They didn't have the of course, but yeah. Will the game support other languages? Okay. Will you be able to date? Yes, you can date whoever the hell you want. Okay. Cool. Updates. Let's see how good the updates are. 13.1, 48.6, 63.6, 49.3, 48.2, 48.5, 49.2. So you have a very consistent, loyal group, it looks like. 51.4. So these are not good updates. I'm going to put a caveat on that. Let me rephrase that. Anytime you're not getting that much engagement, comment-wise, it's not a good update. But I can tell that these are actually very solid updates by the number of hearts and consistency of hearts, and the fact that you still are getting some comments, because I've seen projects that are much bigger than this that get fewer comments. Yes, it's terrible. There's some people that just don't understand how customer service works and how the Kickstarter algorithm works, so you can click on those 3 links down below and find out more about that if you want. They're not my links, but they talk all about how you can tickle the Kickstarter algorithm to get yourself higher on the popularity chart, because this game, while it is currently number 2 on the video game section, most people just click on games, and you have to scroll down a ways to find this. And if you're more popular on the thing, more people are more likely to find you, and that's how the wheel is played. The game is played, I should say. So let's check out this update. And I'm going to guess that these are going to go in-depth on the stretch goals, which is exciting stuff, once again, but don't bury it in your updates, because not everybody reads the updates. Wow, we've hit a huge milestone today, doubling. Same boring picture you already showed me. Lots of text. Shout out, Plot of the Druid, don't care. Oh, it's lots of text. Lots of text. I'm so excited to have this additional support to make the game even better. Now I can talk more about the stretch goal bugs. So this is the information that needs to be conveyed in a small picture or image on the Kickstarter story. Don't make me go to the updates. Fishing minigames are always kind of hit or miss for me. The fishing sounds so great to me. So you have people commenting here, but I always recommend ending with a question. And I challenge you. I'm going to send this video to you, and I challenge you, the creator of this game, in your next update, put my feet to the flames. I dare you. You're going to get more engagement. You're going to get more comments and more hearts if you ask, what would you like to see added into this game? I can't guarantee anything, obviously, because of the scope of the blah, blah, blah. You know, you protect yourself a little bit and say, what would you love to see added into this genre of game? And you're going to get comments. You're going to get comments upon comments. You're going to get people commenting on top of the comments, because what you have here is you have a very specific niche. And when you have a very specific niche and you know the people backing your Kickstarter project or a very specific niche, you need to engage them with the niche, because you can get a lot more updates, a lot more comments, and I bet you can get a lot higher on the popularity chart if you do that. So I challenge you. I would be willing to wager that if you ask that one simple question, you will get more comments on that particular one than all the other ones combined. Because look, 2, 5, 3, that's abysmal. That's bad. You have people who are liking your projects, but you're not getting them engaged because you're not asking questions. You had 50 people who took the time to click on the link, to click on the heart, who might have read everything, and if you would ask them a question, there's a good chance that at least 20 to 30% of them probably would have commented back, because they're clearly engaged with your game. Comments. Last but not least, it looks like we've reached the $100,000 stretch goal. Doesn't even sound like Nicole's celebrating. It's like, oh, it looks like we've reached the $100,000 stretch goal. Oh, yes, yes. Tally-ho. Good, good, good. Yeah, new update posted. I do like at least they put the exclamation points. Just back to the game. Looks awesome. Here are my questions and comments. I know the game is inspired by Est Stardew Valley, but would it be possible to customize the color of the interface, as I'm a bit sick of the brown/orange interface? That does actually seem like a nice suggestion. Please keep the fishing with no minigame. I hate it so much in Stardew Valley that I had to download a mod to remove it. So stressful. Yikes. That's not really what you can do there. Back, but I'm keen. So what I'm seeing here, though, is what I'm checking is good customer service. Clearly. This looks like just on it. Now, where are your collaborators? I would like to see that, but you are on top of everything. Excellent. Excellent. So, in the end, Cloudscape. What am I going to give this one? I got the new A through F rating scale. Makes everything sound a lot more harsh, which I kind of like. Controversy, baby. Do I want it? Yeah. I didn't think the video was the best. I feel like it could have highlighted a little bit, gotten to the point a little bit earlier, but I still think it was solid, and it did a good job of Can You Do It, because I was actually seeing physical game footage, which is well done. So do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. How much is it? I feel like it has a good price, and despite the fact I was a little bit concerned because it is a first-time creator, I think I'm giving this an A. I'm going to give this an A-. You know, I would recommend you check this one out. If you enjoy this style of game, I think this is definitely going to be something that comes out, and it looks like a fun game. I would like to see some gameplay. You know what? I'm gonna bump that down to a B. I'm gonna bump that down to a B just because there was no physical gameplay. You know, we saw a lot of these, but I'd love to see just you saying, hey, we're gonna sit down and play this game this Thursday. The prototype of it, the early demo of it. I don't see anywhere where I can click on the demo. I don't think that was something that I could see. A lot of times people will do that. So I think things like that, you know, you have a lot of really cool moving images, moving pictures of what's going on, but for right now, I got to give it a B. I can't go completely buck wild, but if they put that video on there, I think I would move to an A. I don't necessarily like how much they're running some of their aspects, but I still think the game itself looks very, very solid. That is Cloudscape, the action-adventure farm life survival game for PC and console with a Switch physical card. If it looks like it might be a cup of tea, be sure to check that one out. Tell them Bowers Game Quarter sent you. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye. Click.